Today's episode is brought to you by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Emma Stein with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, March 15th, 2022. Detroit, along with a few other Wayne County communities, is electing a new member of Congress this year. Whoever is elected will have a very real chance to help define Michigan's largest city on the national political stage. And as to who it will be, your guess is as good as anyone else's. So far, there are nearly a dozen announced or potential Democratic candidates. From state senators to former city council members, it's a crowded field. Some score higher than others in terms of political experience or financial backing, but political experts aren't sure how it will play out. One political consultant said, "It's a crapshoot, to be perfectly honest. You have some viable candidates, you have some with strong name recognition, and you have some who might be pretty good selections who are not well known. That vote is going to be split."
I'm Adrienne Roberts reporting for the Detroit Free Press. The pandemic has upended Michigan's labor market in a variety of ways, and young workers are no exception. Many of the industries with the highest share of workers, such as accommodation and food services and retail, were some of the hardest hit by the pandemic. And while many of those industries are now recovering and hiring quickly, many of the jobs traditionally taken by young workers are going unfilled. So the labor force participation rate, which is a measure of those working or actively looking for work for people ages 16 to 24, dropped in 2020 and has been declining since 2000. And it's only expected to drop further when the Bureau of Labor Statistics is looking out to 2030. So it's not just a pandemic phenomenon. We're also finding that they're not going to college, and they're not rushing back to industries hard hit by the pandemic. So where are they? So a recent survey found that 30% of 18 to 29-year-olds have earned money through an online gig platform like DoorDash or Uber. And that's compared with 16% of the overall U.S. population. So that suggests when you go to a restaurant or hotel, you may not see the young workers working like they once did.
There are a lot of ways to address a youth mental health crisis, and that includes throwing a massive birthday party for a dog named Gravy. The pandemic has been hard on students across the U.S. Many young people experienced isolation, disruption, and the loss of loved ones. That led to an alarming rise in suicide rates, and what the American Academy of Pediatrics has deemed a national emergency in children's mental health. Schools have responded by hiring social workers, expanding their social-emotional learning curricula, and, of course, purchasing dogs. Dogs make kids happy, school officials say. They also happen to lessen costs to the schools. Plus, research suggests that the presence of a trained dog lowers children's stress, fosters a positive attitude toward learning, and smooths interactions between students and other children.
I'm Andrew Hammond for the Free Press Sports Department. The Detroit Lions are starting to mark things off when it comes to their offseason checklist with NFL free agency on the horizon. The Detroit Lions have re-signed cornerback Tracy Walker to a 3-year deal. According to the ESPN report, the deal is worth $25 million, with $17 million of it being guaranteed. The 27-year-old Walker collected a career-high 108 tackles last season and credits his bounce-back year, which led to this contract, to the coaching staff that includes head coach Dan Campbell, assistants Aaron Glenn, and Aubrey Pleasant. In an Instagram post, Walker had a simple yet important message for Lions fans. Glad to be back.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.